Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Miroslava, the Metaphysical Chick, Multiverse Ambassador, here to help you master the Matrix by expanding your mind. I am a starseed coach and empowerment coach, and today I am here to bring you messages from Venus. So if you are a Venusian starseed and you feel a very beautiful connection to this planet, to that consciousness, or maybe if you just want to learn more about the creation of Venus, my perspective, and dive a little bit deeper into this love frequency, then keep watching. Venus is the flower that grew from the seed of love. Those are words that I heard as I was tuning into the frequency of Venus. I was listening to one very popular Spanish singer. His name is Camilo Sesto, and I'm going to share a little bit more about him later on when I dive into the starseed or the Venusian starseeds and their characteristics and their mission, because I believe that Camilo Sesto is a clear example, a beautiful example of that Venusian frequency. And I did a channeling session with him. I asked a few questions, and I am going to be reading that to you, as I said, later on in the video. But he's the one that inspired me to tune into this frequency, to channel information, and to bring those to you. Because I believe that now more than ever, it is so important for us to tap into the frequency of love, to tap into the frequency of compassion and peace, to be at peace within ourselves so that we can start witnessing peace outside of ourselves. Think of Venus as Earth's elder sister. In the formless period before the planets were actually created, the seed or the subtle vibrations of these planets already existed, and there were thought forms and beings moving through these spaces. Venus is often seen as the twin of Earth due to their similarity in size and mass. It is said that they are actually a few 100 million years apart in development, but I believe that there is a lot more. Venus is a planet that evolved spiritually at a very fast rate. A high vibrational collective originated on the planet, but countless more traveled to Venus as ambassadors of other star systems, and some chose this as their safe haven after the destruction of their home. The reason they found this celestial body so attractive is because of its vibration, which created a beautiful symphony of harmonics that aligned with the frequency of the heart of the feminine polarity. Now, everything that I am sharing in this part of the section is my perspective tuning into the energy of Venus, so definitely use a lot of discernment and take everything that I say with a grain of salt. Ra, a social memory complex that gave us the Law of One material, and Goddess Isis were key holders of information and energy that developed in the womb of creation, the nucleus of Venus. But this information was seeded on the planet by extra-dimensional consciousnesses that visited our universe through the Lyra portal that was eventually moved to Sirius. This is why Venus was seen as an extremely spiritually advanced planet, because it is coded with information by consciousnesses that transcended the understanding we have of dimensions and energy in this universe. What I feel is that the consciousnesses that reached a point of completion and unity within their universe, before going back to the 0 point from which life is once again conceived and birthed, this time in a different form or expression, decided to seed the information they accessed in other universes. They did not interfere with the development of the planetary bodies and stars they coded with information because they were very young and life hadn't yet evolved or developed in those planets or worlds or even stars. This is fascinating because it feels like to me that this universe was at the very early stages of creation and expansion. So in a way, I am sensing that the universe that was to be birthed through their return to the 0 point is the one we currently inhabit. Venus is only one of many celestial entities that were coded with information by extra-dimensionals. I don't have a name for them. I don't see them as physical beings. They are more like energy that is freely moving across space-time. These extra-dimensionals did not operate under the same laws of physics within our universe. Sirius and Lyra are two star systems that come to mind that were also touched by these extra-dimensionals. Actually, it is said by many channelers, and I believe this too, that many beings from Lyra, specifically Vega, made Venus their home after the ancient galactic wars with draconian beings. And what I am feeling is that one of the reasons for this war is that the Dracos were after the Seed. The Seed was sort of a crystalline body of records that held information regarding the past, present, and future of the universe. What we perceived as the Seed was the container of energy and information left behind by extra-dimensionals. This Seed was coded with everything believed to be necessary for the harmonious development of our universe. The entire Lyran collective did not have access to the information. Only a few high priests or priestesses were able to reach out to extra-dimensionals for instructions on how to access this information. This is not like the Akashic records we know of. The Seed is different. I'm having a very hard time describing what I feel, so definitely keep in mind that everything that I am sharing is simply from a human perspective. I only have words that I have learned as a human, and those are the words that I can use to describe what I feel, and what I feel is something that can't be described with words. Now, the Draco beings wanted access to the Seed because they wanted to be the controlling force across the entire universe. However, not all Draco beings had ill intent. A group of white dragons, the White Draco League, took the Lyran side in the war and helped them transform the Seed. I feel they collectively energetically restructured the original coding to disperse the information across space-time. For some reason, I feel like it remains in our universe as gravity, or what we perceive that to be. And as I was channeling this information, I did a quick little research or search, and gravitational force or gravity is the force that keeps all masses in the universe together. The information from the extra-dimensionals was all about how to develop a harmonious universe. And what is needed to create harmony? Unity. Venus, Sirius, and Lyra are all connected through a golden thread. Lyra is the seed, Sirius is the tree, and Venus, spirit. This is all the information that I have that I channeled tuning into Venus, and when I was feeling that energy, I felt those extra dimensionals showing up, and I started to feel all of this energy, and I started to translate everything that I felt into words. And so again, like I said, take everything that I said with a healthy dose of discernment, because I am simply now in this moment, I am human. I have a human vocabulary, and so it is kind of hard to describe what I feel. But yeah, that's what I downloaded as I was tuning into their energy. And let me know what you think about all of this information. Yeah, I mentioned really quickly when I was reading the information, the Dracos and the war that took place in Lyra, and also the White Draco League. And I think this is something that I'm going to dive a little bit deeper in another video, because I believe that I have connections to the Draconians, and I know that I've done things that were not good. And I've also shared in the past that I'm part of the Ashtar Command, and I know that the Ashtar Command is a group of renegades, of souls or beings, consciousnesses that were not always good, but they learn and they use the shadow to dive deeper into the light. So this is definitely something that I'm going to be diving a little bit deeper in another video. All right, so what I want to do now is dive into the Venusian consciousness or Venusian star seeds. And if you are someone that resonates with this energy, you see yourself as a Venusian star seed, you feel a connection, then maybe what I'm about to share can be or can give you a little bit of validation so that you can honor that part of you. And I say that part of you because although this Venusian energy may be very present this lifetime, you are so much more than human, Venusian, Pleiadian, Arcturian. You are everything, my friend. And so what I'm doing here is just giving you different perspectives so that you can bring out that beautiful Venusian energy and use it more consciously without really putting yourself in a box, but just to use those tools that you have in that toolkit. As I was saying earlier in this video, in the introduction, I started tuning into the frequency of this beautiful being, Camilo Sesto, and he was a very popular Spanish singer, author, artist, and he passed away, I think it was in 2019, but his energy is just so beautiful, and he is the biggest example that I can give you of this Venusian frequency. So even if you don't speak Spanish, I believe that if you just listen to his songs and maybe, just see him performing live in concerts, you'll be able to really feel that energy. And I highly recommend it. And I think he does sing a few songs in English, so you'll be able to find that as well. But the Spanish songs are just the best. So highly recommend that. And before I dive into the messages that he shared with me, I want to give you a little bit more of what the Venusian consciousness is. And so I have my notes here, so I'll be reading them. But to me, the Venusian consciousness is very much heart-centered and in tune with the vibration of love. They tend to affect people's energy, especially if they have a closed heart. What I noticed when I was listening to his music, and I thought that my heart was open because I've been doing a lot of inner work, but when I was listening to his songs, I felt such an immense activation within the heart space. I was lying in bed listening to his songs and just bawling my eyes out because I was feeling so much. And there was nothing that was making me sad. I wasn't even thinking of anything. I was just in the moment listening to the songs, absorbing the frequencies and activating codes within my heart space. I just did so much to elevate my energy and to elevate the love that I feel. And so I think that these Venusian consciousnesses or star seeds are very good at activating other people's hearts. And because they bring so much love and so much compassion, people that are more so in the shadow and have a very closed heart, they can see this connection as a very difficult one to handle. And so they may push the Venusian starseed away because it's like, no, it's too much light for me. I'm still in the shadow. I need my time. And so they may push you away. So definitely don't take anything personal if you're one of these Venusian starseeds. Another thing that I want to add here is that a lot of people, when they encounter a Venusian starseed, because of their energy alone, they may start just uncontrollably sobbing. A lot of it could be trauma that is rising to be transmuted to make space for more light and more love. But it can just be maybe trauma and fears and energy that you're not aware of. So in the moment, you may be just crying without knowing why, like I was doing. And it's just this beautiful healing and activation that is taking place. So if that happens to you, listening to music that you feel is connected to that Venusian frequency, allow it to be. Characteristics that I have for Venusian starseeds are, they are so charismatic. They are just these bubbly personality. Some people may be very shy, others may be more extroverted and not afraid to show love, affection, or to let their voices be heard. And so there can be a balance. Some may be shy, some may be more extroverted, but the energy is always there and you just feel it. You just feel it. They are very sensitive and empathetic. And I feel that a lot of people are, but these Venusian starseeds are more so in the heart space. So very, very sensitive and empathetic people. Another thing, sensual and sexual. They're so sensual because they're very much so in their feminine energy. And so it is very sensual and very sexual and also very spiritual. So Camilo Sesto, for example, he was a man this lifetime as a human, but he was very into his feminine energy. He was a very sensual man, and I know that a lot of people thought that he was gay, or because of his femininity. But that's just how these beings function. They're not afraid to show their feminine side, and they're very creative, very loving and caring, and they are also outspoken and extroverted. Like I said, when they feel comfortable, they are gentle and compassionate. Many of these star seeds are artists, creatives, right brain people, singers, writers, dancers, massage therapists, sound healers. They are the voice of the heart. They use their hearts to make choices, and they use the heart to lead the way. They are here as teachers of the way of the heart. And now again, I'm going to use Camilo Sesto as an example of this Venusian starseed energy, because that's the one that I've been observing and the one that I've been tuning into. But I feel that these star seeds come into this earth with the mission of helping people feel. A lot of people, we grow up and we build this hard shell around us because we don't want to be hurt, and also because society has just become such a masculine society, and so we're not really allowed to show emotions, especially men. And so I do believe that these beings come in to show us or to help us feel again, and that's why a lot of them use their creativity, and they're very into music, or they're like, again, singers, writers. They do a lot of this creative stuff, because I do believe that those are the things that touch our hearts and allow us to feel, to tune into emotions that we've been repressing and oppressing. And their words, their music, allow those emotions to come out and to be expressed. And I really feel that that's the mission that they have here. And I think it's just such a beautiful mission, because it's like they don't have to do anything. They just have to do what they love, what they are passionate about, and that's it. That's what's providing or doing a lot of healing for humanity as a whole. And now this is something that I wrote about Camilo Sesto, and just tuning into his energy, and it's his inner child was so alive and free. With time, he became an authentic expression of his divine essence. Carefree, liberated, heart-centered, he came into this world to love all, deeply and fully, freely. So my friend, if you are a Venusian starseed, or if you resonate with this energy, know that by you doing what you love, what you are passionate about, you are already fulfilling that mission. Because I don't know, it feels kind of like the Venusian consciousness, it's kind of a little bit selfish in a way, but not in a bad way, because it's like it's all about you. It's about you being who you are, being yourself, being authentic, and that alone creating this ripple effect that reaches masses and allows people to feel, to activate the heart, because of the words that you speak, the words that you sing, the music that you create, the art that you create. And I think that does a lot for this planet. That's what we need more of, because in today's society, we are losing our creativity because we are so stressed because of everything that is happening. We're so afraid of everything. And so your energy kind of uplifts our spirits. And although you're just doing you and you're just, living your own life, you are inspiring a lot of people. So continue being that passionate, loving, empathetic being, creative, sensual being that you are, because we see you and we are so inspired by you. All right, so now I'm going to be reading a few of the questions that I asked Camilo Sesto, and he answered in Spanish, so I'm going to try to translate them as I am speaking. Some words I feel that I have to say them in Spanish because that's what he was telling me, and I feel you'll be receiving more of the message. So the translation I'll probably leave it here as subtitles or something. But it's so weird because when I was talking to him, it was like I was reaching out to him as a guide or as a mentor, and he wanted nothing to do with that. He said to me, because I was saying, what can you share with us about the Venusian consciousness, or about the Venusian teachings and wisdom, or about anything spiritual? And what he said to me is, everything that I had to give, I left behind on earth, in his music, in his paintings, in his writing, in his poems. And so it's like, in everything that he had to say, he said in his interviews. So it's like he didn't keep anything to himself when he was on earth. And everything that we need to know, because we're humans, he told us in his music and in everything that he created. Questions that I asked is, what did you learn being human and everything that comes with it? What did it teach you? And he said, mucho, todo, paciencia, amor, which is a lot, everything, patience, love. Then I asked, patience, how so? And he said, yo lo quería todo rápido, especialmente de joven. Tenía muchas ganas de vivir y crear. Y aprendí que todo en esta vida toma mucho tiempo, paciencia, trabajo, dedicación, amor. And then I asked him if there was anything else that he wanted to share with me regarding his life, his mission. And he said, yo no vine a cambiar el mundo. I didn't come here to change the world. Yo vine aquí a inspirar. I came here to inspire, a despertar todo lo que ya existe en ti, en todo y todos. And now he did say something else about Venus, and I'm gonna read that to you now. La energía venusiana, el código venusiano, es algo que ya existe en la Tierra porque somos hermanos. La flor que es Venus es la semilla que se plantó en la Tierra, solo que en la Tierra hubo mucho tiempo de sequía y la flor no nació, no creció, pero un día lo hará. Un día esa flor nacerá del amor que lentamente despierta en ti, en la humanidad entera. I was getting emotional reading that. It's so beautiful. I do believe that a lot of the Venusian star seeds are here to bring the frequency of love and to plant that seed. Maybe you're not here to change the world. You're not interested in changing anyone. You're simply here seeding information, making it available for other people so that they can create the change themselves and do with that information whatever they feel like doing. But you're not here to change anyone, and I think that is so beautiful. He also said that humanity has the tendency of overcomplicating everything. It doesn't have to be so hard. It can be fun. Déjate llevar. Vive. Ama. Sonríe. Llora. Y siente. What I was feeling when he was saying this to me is that he came to this planet, and I'm sure that a lot of you did this as well, because he wanted to experience everything that the human is. He wanted the so-called limitation because he needed to learn that. That's part of the process of elevating our spirituality, our spiritual being. And he was very happy with having to wait for the manifestation of whatever dream he had. He was very happy feeling sadness or feeling pain, feeling the joy and feeling the love. He was very happy creating, using his hands, using his body, dancing and flowing, allowing energy to flow and to emanate vibrations, vibraciones. So he was very happy being human. And I feel that his message is for us to also embrace our humanity and to love our humanity and to have fun with this life, because it's all about, and I feel from the Venusian perspective, it's all about having fun and being in love with life. And what I said earlier that he said also about, like, because I wanted him to share more information, but his answer was, en realidad no hay nada que yo pueda decir. Yo no soy gurú o maestro de nadie. Yo solamente soy. Yo me dediqué a vivir a mi manera. So the translation would be, in reality, there's nothing that I can say to you. I am no guru, no teacher of anyone. I simply am. I dedicated myself to living my way. And if you do choose to maybe do a little bit of research on his life, maybe you even watch some of his concerts, and if you speak Spanish, maybe you watch some of his interviews. There's a lot of videos on YouTube. You'll be able to see that he lived his life in his way, despite everyone's judgment and awful things that were said about him, because again, he was very feminine, because that Venusian frequency is very feminine, and a lot of people thought he was gay and they would say horrible things about him. But what I love about this energy is that the Venusian energy is that they're very carefree, and it's like, say whatever you want to say. I respect it. I love myself, and I'm going to keep living my life, because my mission on this planet is to be me, to be authentic. And if that means being a little selfish every now and then, I am going to be a little selfish. I am going to love myself. And it's not coming from a place of ego. It's coming from a place of loving yourself, of truly, genuinely loving yourself. And I feel that a lot of people, whenever they see that, they're not going to understand it, and they're going to judge you because they don't have that level of understanding, of consciousness, that allows you to tune into that love and to feel it and to understand it. So yeah, that's all I have for you for this video, the Venusian creation, or the creation of Venus, the extra dimensionals, Lyra, the Draconians, and then this magnificent being, Camilo Sesto, that I highly recommend you listen to his music. I would love to hear your perspective of all of this. And if you're a Venusian starseed, definitely let me know in the comments so I can say hi to you, because you are all such magnificent beings, and there's so much that you're already doing for all of us. Your love, your creativity, your femininity, your everything is everything. So thank you so much for being here. Leave this video a like if you resonated with the energy. Share this with any Venusian consciousness that you know, Venusian human that you know. Follow me on all my social medias. I am on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and my website is currently under construction. I am redesigning everything because I will be having a few courses available in maybe a month or two. Decoding the Ankh, and also I am going to start doing some mini courses, starseed activation courses for the Ashtar Command, Pleiadians, and maybe a Venusian one. I'll maybe creating one of those too. But yeah, I'm just ready to step into my starseed mission of assisting and coaching other starseeds so that you can start really feeling empowered within your own blueprint, your own humanity and cosmic blueprint. So yeah, stay tuned, and I'll talk to you in another video. Bye.